Hello and welcome. It is 12 noon. It is the 14th day of August 2021. I am your grumpy guide to all things gaming, the OGGM, and we have the nominees for the 2021 Ennie Awards for excellence in role-playing and stuff up on the Ennie's website. So their voting will begin shortly. They have still haven't filled out all the judges yet, so if you want to maybe be a judge, and have some say in what could be the best role-playing game of 2021, you can fill out the form. I am. I mean, they won't pick me, but I am. Anyways, we have the list of all the nominees, and we have the first winner. It appears. No, we don't. We have the nominees. I'm reading this wrong. Okay, so first and foremost, the nominees for Judges Spotlight winners are Anyone Can Wear a Mask by Jeff Stromer, Righteous Blood, Ruthless Blades, Waiuxu Role-Playing Games from Osprey Games, Abracadabra, A Guide to Becoming a Magical Game Master by Stephen Hart, Untitled Chapter, the Role-Playing Game by Christopher De La Rosa, and SLA Industries 2nd Edition Core Rulebooks by Dave Alsop. For Best Adventures, the nominees are Alien RPG Destroyer of Worlds by Andrew Gaska, Epic Encounters Hall of the Orc Kings by Richard August, that's those things with come with the figures and stuff. Eyes Unclouded by Anthony Alipio. OSC Halls of the Blood King by Diego Nogueira. I apologize if I'm getting any of these wrong. The Waking of Wilbury Hall by Ben Milton, which I reviewed. The nominees for Best Aid Digital are Dingen by Stockholm Cartel. Describ by Finely Crafted Box Text. Is that the name of the game or just a spelling? Ingersaurus Essential Establishment Generator, Igengraus, Eigengaras by Ross Gray, Here Be Taverns by Sword and Source, and RPG Ambience and Music by Michael Gelf. I apologize if I got any of those names wrong. For Best Aid Accessory Non-Digital, the nominees are Adventure Tarot by Weird Works, Arimium Create by Adaptus Icarus, Arium, Arimium, City of Mist Character Folio by Son of Oak Game Studios, Roll and Play, the Game Master's Fantasy Toolkit by Roll and Play Press, and Centacle Comics, the role-playing game GM kit by Greater Than Games. The nominees for Best Cover Art are Cortex Prime Game Handbook by Mirella Chan, Heart, the City Beneath by Felix Mial, Neverland, a Fantasy RPG System by Andrew Koib, The Spy Game by Chaim Garcia. Oh God, I'm bastardizing all these names. I apologize. And Vaesen, Nordic Horror Role-Playing Game by Jean Igerkrans, Igerkrans, Igerkrans. The nominees for Best Interior Art are Cortex Prime Role-Playing Game Handbook, with, I guess, about 30 people are under that one. Heart, the City Beneath, Felix Mial. Neverland, a Fantasy RPG by Andrew Kolb. Planet Apocalypse for 5th Edition D&D by Helga Blazer, Blzer. And Vaesen, Nordic Horror Role-Playing by Jean Igerkrans. Hi, boy. I apologize again if I got the name wrong. The nominees for Best Cartography are Alien RPG Destroyer of Worlds, Christian Garneth, OSC Hall of the Blood Kings, Justine Jones, Townsend Taverns, Matt Henderson and Tam Henderson, Undying Sands, Kevin Cannon, and Warhammer Age of Sigmar Soulbound, the Great Parch Map by Jared Blando. The nominees for Best Electronic Book are Ancestry and Culture, an Alternative to Race and 5e by Eugene Marshall, Beowulf, Age of Heroes by John Hodgkins, Barcelonia, Spaghetti Fantasy Setting Book by Murro Longo, Eyes Unclouded by Anthony Alipio and others, Wally's DM Journal of Puzzle Encounters by Wally DM. And now we get to the biggies. The nominees for Best Family Game Product for 2021 are Magical Kitty Save the Day from Atlas Games, Mausritter Box Set from Games Omnivores, Mausritter, 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 Sentinel Comics, the role-playing game core rulebook from Greater Than Games, Tales of Xadia, the Dragon Prince role-playing game from Fandom Incorporated, and Weird Scouts from Wicked Clever Games. The nominees for Best Free Game are A State Nicely Done by Handiwork Games, Adventures on a Dime by Dungeons on a Dime, Humblewood, the Wakemar Fury by Hit Point Press, Two Faces by Tin Star Game, and Warhammer 40k Roleplay Wrath and Glory, the Graveyard Ship by Crucible 7. The nominee for Best Game for 2021 is Alice is Missing from Renegade Game Studios, Cortex Prime Game Handbook from Fandom Incorporated, Heart, the City Beneath from Rowan Rock and Deckard, Sentinel Comics, the role-playing game core rulebook from Greater Than Games, considering that's a very old title, I'm wondering why it's getting nominated now, and Slayers from Gilea's RPGs. The nominees for Best Layout and Design are Cortex Prime Game Handbook, Fandom Incorporated, Heart, the City Beneath. Wow, this Heart, the City Beneath must be amazing. It's getting nominated for a whole bunch of stuff. By Rowan Book and Deckard. Sentinel Comics, a role-playing game by Core Rulebook. Also, I don't know. I must have missed this one. It's getting nominated for a bunch of stuff. The Spy Game by Black Cat Gaming. And the Stygian Library remastered by Soul Muppet Publishing. Okay, that's a name I love. Soul Muppet. The nominees for Best Monster Adversary are Heart, the City Beneath, Rowan Rock and Deckard. My Dad's Monster Manual by Introcaso Creative. Introcaso, Nintrocaso. Planet Apocalypse for 5th edition by Peter D. Peterson Games. The Maze by Axo Stories. And Vaesen, Nautic Horror Role-Playing from Free League Publishing. We got a way to go, so bear with me. The nominees for Best Online Content. Crystal Heart number 5 from up to 4 players. Dngen, Dngen from Stockholm Cartel. Describe from Describe, Dscryb. Here Be Taverns from Sword and Source. And Liber Luderum from Liber Luderum, Ludrum. The Best Organized Play nominees are A Rough Guide to Glamour from Jonestown Compendium, Citizens of the Lunar Empire from Jonestown Compendium, Hand of Glory from Type 40, My Immortal Loneliest from Jessica Markuyam, and Shadows Under Ice from Jasper's Game Day. The nominees for Best Podcast are Asians Represent, Party of One, Tales of the Voidfarer, The Sixth Ring, a trophy podcast, and The Letters Page, a Sentinel Comics podcast. The Best Production Value nominees are Adventurers Tarot by The Emperor's Deck by WeirdWorks, Alien RPG Destroyer Worlds by Free League, Brocus Compass Adventure Journal by Two Little Mice, Warhammer Age of Sigmar Soulbound Rulebook Collection Edition Crucible 7, and Weird Horror from Solarian Games. The nominees for Best RPG Related Product. Okay, now you're just stretching. Is Adventures Tarot from the Emperor's Deck by WeirdWorks, Book of Dice Elvish Tales by Q Workshop, Into the Dungeon, a Choose Your Own Adventure by Andrews McNeil Universal, set another nominee for Sentinel Comics, a role-playing game, Greater Than Games, and the World Builder's Notebook, Swordfish Islands. The nominees for Best Rules are Alice is Missing, Renegade Game Studios, Cortex Prime Game Handbook, Fandom Incorporated, Fiasco 2nd Edition, Bully Pulpit, Slayers, Gia RPGs, and The Spy Game by Black Cat Gaming. The nominees for Best Setting are Barcelonia, a spaghetti fantasy setting book by Archon Games, another nominee for Heart, the City Beneath, Rowan Rook and Deckard, The Maze by Axel Stories, The Stygian Library Remastered by Soul Muppet Publishing. So far, that's my favorite name of a company. Undying Sands by Game Omnivores. The nominees for Best Supplement are Ancestry and Culture, an alternative to Race in 5e, Arcanis Press. Arium Create by Adept Icarus. Morkborg Colt by Free League Publishing. Wally's DM Journal of Puzzle Encounters by Wally DM. Warhammer Fantasy Role-Playing Game Enemy Within Campaign, Volume 2, Death on the Right Companion from Crucible 7. The nominees for Best Writing are Barcelona. Wait a minute, did I just read this one? No, Best Supplement. Barcelona. Best Writing nominees for 2021 Ennies. Barcelona Spaghetti Fantasy Setting Book, Archon Games. Another nominee for Heart the City Beneath. I guess we need to check this game out. Rowan, Rook, and Descartes. Planet Apocalypse for 5th edition from Peterson Games. The Stygian Library Remastered from Soul Muppet Publishing. And Weird Scouts, Wicked Clever Games. And finally, the nominees for Product of the Year are Adventure Tarot, The Empress Deck by Weird Works. Alice is Missing by Renegade Games Studios. Ancestry and Culture, an alternative to Race in 5e. Arium Create Adept Icarus. Barcelonia Spaghetti Fantasy Setting Book from Archon Games. Cortex Prime Game Handbook from Fandom Inc. Heart, The City Beneath, Rowan, Rook, and Descartes. Sentinel Comics, the role-playing game core rulebook from Greater Than Games. Slayers from Gilia RPG. And the Stygian Library Remastered from Soul Muppet Publishing. Woo! Our takeaway is the top nominees seem to be Heart, The City Beneath, Sentinel Comics, a role-playing game, and a few others, but that seems to be the biggies. And Cortex Prime. So those seem to be the biggest ones, nominees. I guess we need to check those 3 games out. All right, I know that was long, and you probably have better things to do with your time, but that's the news for today regarding the upcoming Ennies nominations. If any of those sound like a game you want to support, head on over to the Ennies website, posted down below. Voting should start any day now, and we should know the winners by January, I think? December? November? Soon. But definitely keep an eye out for Heart, The City Beneath, Cortex Prime, and the, what is it called? Sentinels Comics, a role-playing game, which I thought had been out for a while. I mean, I know there's a Sentinel Comics card game, but I thought the Sentinels Comics role-playing game has been out for a while. So why is it getting nominated now? Or am I thinking of something else? Till next time, I'm your grumpy guide to all things gaming. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Help me hit 1,000 subs by 2024. I will talk to you later. Ennies 2021. Who's going to win? Let me know. Bye.